So here we are at the upper deck of my two-story garage, and I want to show you this winch that was sent to me. This is a electric powered winch. It's got a 2,200 pound capacity. It's 1,000 kilograms, says here on the side, and that gives it about a 1 ton plus a couple hundred more pounds capacity. So what I was able to do with it, because I've got a really high ceiling here. This is a 20-foot to the I-beam. I've got a manual winch that I was using before, and that thing worked good, but when you see how this works with the electric action on it, it's really, really smooth. So I've just connected that up here. This is built for a garage that probably has a 10-foot ceiling, somewhere in that vicinity, maybe a 15, because the chain will extend all the way down to 10 feet. So it's got 10-foot reach on that. The electrical controller, which is this little orange box down here, has a 12-foot cord on it, and then the electrical power cord is another 10-foot. So, this thing definitely will meet the purposes for a lot of people, and in my case, I'll probably just get another chain just to connect it across here to an appropriate height, because this is going to be my go-to winch here going forward. Nice thing about it, you got that bag there where the chain that's excess will load right into the bag, so you don't have all this stuff dangling down here, which is real nice. It's got pull connectors that reinforce the connection into the unit. So that way you don't have the cables get pulled out. That's the power cable and then also the controller cable. So both of those will be in there nice and snug. So I like the safeties that they put on those as well. And this device uses brushes. So they've made it real easy to service it over time. Right here on top, you've got a brush cover that if you open that up, you can change that brush out if needed. And then also on the bottom, there's another one there too. So there's two brushes on this unit, and as it wears over time, you can service it, and they give you a full diagram to explain every bit inside here, all the pieces, so you can keep this thing serviceable and running for quite a long time. So what I've got down here is this really large Kubota mower, and we're gonna go ahead and lift that up and do a little work underneath, check the blades on it, get it ready for this season. And I'm going to lift that using the new winch and see how it does. Here's a look at the controller. It's got a safety button here that if you push it in, it'll disable both the buttons on the bottom. They won't work. And then you just rotate it, pops back out, and now they'll do their action as needed. And this is really nice. It's got like a hard plastic on it, but it's got rounded edges, and it's made out of a durable plastic. So as this gets dropped, it's not just plain ABS. It's made out of something more like your power tool batteries come encased in. So it's going to have a little bit of give to it, and it's going to be something that'll last if it hits the ground. But it is a 10-foot or 12-foot cord, so depending on how high you hit it, you may never hit the ground if you set it up that way. You can take all these screws out, take it apart, and service it if needed. It's got some really basic components in it. So I'm pretty pleased with how they did the controller on this. It's got a reinforced connection here too, so it won't tear up the connection of the wire coming into the device. Now everything's connected up, and we'll go ahead and start to lift it. Now that worked out just perfect. Nice and smooth. I love how the chain flows through that pulley without any rattling, any extra noise or anything. The chain just goes really smoothly through that, and you can take a look in there and you can see how it's got fitted sections in the pulley where the chain fits in specifically, so it comes through really nice and straight, and then you don't have anything jumping around or any weird motion from the chain itself. So as you can see, when I lower it down a little bit here, just goes through really nice through those steel coils that they've got. Really organized fashion the way they've got this set up. But yeah, it's really quiet for what it's doing here. The noise is a lot less than I was doing the manual hoist. Manual hoist just makes a ton of noise as that chain is flying through the gears to make it go. And with this, it's just effortless. I mean, I can raise and lower this in just a few minutes here with just a push of a button. Well, there you go. I hope that was helpful. Learned a little bit more about this electric winch from ANBULL. And yeah, you can see that it definitely makes the job a lot easier and a really quality piece of equipment. And I'm pleased with it. I definitely think that you would be too. So, hey, I hope that was helpful. Hey, have a great day.